Hello, everybody. I've been thinking about the state of DC games in recent years and just the lack of good AAA titles. It's been a good while since we've seen such a truly great game like Batman Arkham Knight. I mean, Gotham Knights just kind of felt like a letdown, and Suicide Squad was just so disappointing. Probably one of the most disappointing games of all time, both as just a fan and just to Rocksteady. Yeah. Gone with the single-player games that focus on great gameplay and awesome story, and then just, replace that with microtransactions and live service elements. Ugh, yuck. However, recently, we got some new updates that, on the whole DC game situation. CEO of WB, David Zaslav, has stated that due to the underperformance of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, they'll start licensing out most of their properties to other game studios. This could be great news for us DC gamers, meaning that we might get more new games. And honestly, as a DC fan and just gamer in general, I've been feeling a little let down recently by more new offerings. However, with this new update on DC games, this could be great. So, in the spirit of this wonderful time, I'd like to focus on some new ideas and potential new DC games that could just be very exciting. But we're gonna start off with Blue Knight because this first game is his specialty.
First and foremost, there should be a Batman Beyond game. It's surprising to me that WB hasn't pursued this idea yet, considering the potential it holds. A futuristic version of Gotham City with flying cars, and a new Batman to take up the mantle after Bruce decides to hang up the cape and cowl. It's been 25 years since Batman Beyond ended, and Terry McGinnis has only had one video game adaptation that wasn't particularly well received. Yeah. With the recent appearance of Batman Beyond in Crisis on Infinite Earths, it's clear that there's still a lot of interest in this character. When it comes to combat, I want to steer away from the style seen in the Arkham games, as Terry's fighting style is completely distinct from Bruce's. Terry fights sturdy and taunts his villains, and unlike Bruce, Terry can take a serious beating. Thus, the combat should feel powerful and chaotic and offer the ability to fight on walls, similar to the approach seen in Web of Shadows. In terms of traversal, I envision the ability to fly around at high speed, but it should also be challenging for the player so it doesn't get tedious. As for the visual style, I suggest going for a cartoonish look instead of realistic look, which most games already do. You have to remember that Batman Beyond first appeared in animation before anything else, so they need to lean more into the animation side of the character, with nice fluent character movements to make it feel like the characters are alive. Take a look at Sunless Zone Zero. The animation in that game is just beyond amazing. It looks insane. So I would like the team to lean more into that if they are able to. And instead of having like a 50-hour game, I would like to have it be a 10-hour game, sort of like Spider-Man Miles Morales, where it's a nice, simple game. I acknowledge that these are just my personal preference, and I'm open to other people's perspectives on a potential Batman Beyond style game. So let's keep the conversation going and let me know what your guys' thoughts about a potential Batman Beyond game.
Secondly, imagine a game centered around the question. And no, dear viewer, there is no answer, because the question is a DC character that was created by Steve Ditko. Steve Ditko, the guy who helped co-create fucking Spider-Man. Oh, and also the Creeper.
Creeper? Oh, man.
Not the Minecraft Creeper. The Jack Ryder. The Creeper. The Creeper! The question's abilities involve his detective skills and his martial arts skills. He's got a lot of skills. He also wears a mask that allows him to hide his face and is mixed with a special gas that can change his hair color, allowing him to truly hide his identity. The game could be structured like Detroit Become Human, where you solve different cases as a detective, and occasional little combat sections with QTEs. The visual style would be a mix of realism and a comic book aesthetic, and the gameplay would limit combat in favor of more detective work, because he's a detective. Duh. Although I'm not very familiar with the question's backstory or his villains or anything like that, I do feel like a well-executed game for the question could introduce the character to a wider audience and gamers just with significant interest. Thirdly, and next on our list, a Black Canary game. Now, our idea for this is that a Black Canary game could offer a fluid and engaging combat system, similar to the Arkham games, but gone with the gadgets, gone with the stealth, but more featuring creative use of the canary cry. You know, when she fucking screams at you for not doing the damn dishes. The game would allow players to freely traverse a moderately sized map, maybe the size of one or two of the islands of Arkham Knight. So it would be very similar to the traversal of Days Gone, but without the need of fueling your bike, because that would just slow down the game. Imagine that, you're going after a villain and all of a sudden your fucking bike runs out of fuel. What would you do? What would you even do? Also, Green Arrow would make an appearance just as a side character, because you know those two are little lovey-dovey-dovey. Shut the fuck up. No, I'm sorry. Moving on. Next up, and finally on our list, on our little list here, on this little list, okay, online Arkham game. Now, don't scream at me. It's not anything like Suicide Squad. It's the traditional Arkham gameplay, but multiplayer. Offering co-op gameplay without any microtransactions, just optional DLC skins. That's all it is, just skins. No having to pay either $10 or do fucking like 5 or so hours of grinding just to unlock a character or a skin or whatever, because fucking Joker from Suicide Squad. Imagine just exploring a large Gotham City with the Batmobile alongside a friend, adding a little fresh twist on the classic Arkham experience. Unlike a certain other game. Okay, but yeah, this could just be good. You know, imagine the traditional Arkham combat, Arkham stealth, Arkham everything, but you have a friend to do dumb shit with. That would be so awesome. These, my friends, are just a few ideas that me and Blue Knight have come up with for potential DC game. And personally, I would love to hear your thoughts on any additional ideas that you may have for these DC games, and just, you know, what you'd want to see. Let me know if you guys have any ideas on any other games slash characters that you could make for it. And, with all that out of the way, just thank you for watching the video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.
Until tomorrow, same time, same channel.